Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new Chrome Tour golf ball from Callaway.
Welcome into this Golf Central update with Watson. Mark Rolfing, day one of the 3M Open in Minnesota, TPC Twin Cities, and some of the notables on the leaderboard early. Jacob Bridgeman making just his 23rd PGA Tour start. He's never been in the top 10 after one round, but he is now 63 on the opening day. Best ever finish on the PGA Tour, T14 at the RBC Canadian Open in June. After his round, he spoke to Amy Rogers.
Jacob, an opening round of 63 for your career low round on the PGA Tour. What was the key to the hot round today?
Yeah, my putter was rolling really well. I actually made a putter switch on Tuesday. My caddy was late coming into town because he had to drive from Sacramento with all this plane mess. So I was messing around on the truck and told him to build me a putter, one that I'd used in high school. It had been 6 years ago. And I started messing with it, thought it felt really good, and took it to the course, and it worked really well.
It absolutely did. Finding some success after some struggles in recent weeks as well, having missed the cut in your last three starts. What was the difference this week?
Yeah, a change of mindset. I missed three cuts in a row. My golf game was, not the best, but I was working really hard, and I knew that, and it was kind of frustrating after the third one that I wasn't getting any results, and had some good conversations with some people in my life, and kind of reset my mind, I took some rest, reset everything, and felt like I had a pretty good mindset going into today.
As you mentioned a minute ago, still kind of figuring everything out. This is just your first season out here on the PGA Tour. How would you describe your rookie season and the experience competing out here on the PGA Tour?
Yeah, it's been amazing. It's kind of everything that I dreamed of as a little boy. But at the same time, it's really hard. It's not something that you can go out and just play the same game that I did last year and have success. And it's something we have to constantly work on. That's why it's so impressive when guys have 400 starts. I know there's like celebrations in the clubhouse and stuff. It's very impressive that they continue to get better for 15 plus years. So that was kind of something I learned. I have to keep getting better, and I'm not at a level that I want to be. So yeah, it's been tough, but it's also a lot of fun.
Well, you were very impressive out there today. Congratulations on the solid start.
Thank you so much.
Mackenzie Hughes also had himself a day on Thursday, 64, 32 out and 32 in for the player ranked 50th in the FedEx Cup standings. He is looking to move up as the playoffs are fast approaching. 2 regular season events left before the FedEx Cup postseason. Here is Hughes with Amy Rogers.
Mackenzie, an opening round of 64, your lowest here at TPC Twin Cities. How would you describe the round today?
It was a fun day. I was not my best early. Made some nice putts and a couple nice up and downs early on in my round. That kind of kept my momentum going the right direction, and then found my swing kind of late on that front nine. Started to make some nice swings, and the putter was very good today. Bit of a outlier putting performance. You have a day like that, you don't expect that to happen, but certainly take it.
You mentioned your swing not being exactly what you wanted it to be, kind of finding that midway through the round. How were you able to adjust and get it back on track?
Yeah, I think for me, it was just a matter of kind of settling into my round a little bit, playing a bit more freedom. I think early on maybe it was just a tiny bit tight. So I think once I kind of recognized that, made some adjustments, I felt like I kind of found a nice rhythm there for the last 12 holes or so.
You're coming off a tie for 16th last week at the Open Championship. How do you adjust to the time difference and to the dramatic change in the conditions being much different here this week?
Yeah, it's quite a bit different. Time-wise, I'm still a little screwed up, but that's all right. You kind of after maybe 3 or 4 days, I'll probably be okay. But yeah, a little bit backwards there, and then yeah, condition-wise, the golf course is soft and relatively receptive, and the greens are quite a bit faster. So pretty much the exact opposite of last week. So, but we do that a lot. That's kind of our job. Week to week, we adjust different golf courses, different grasses. So I feel like that's within the realm of what we're sort of supposed to do and supposed to know how to be able to do. So definitely an adjustment this week, but I feel like I've done a pretty good job so far.
Yeah, nice job handling the adjustments. Nice playing today. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, Sahith Theegala is having a sneaky, terrific season. He is twice a runner-up 6 top 10s, 9 top 25s, only 4 missed cuts this year. He is 7th in the current FedEx Cup standings. And Theegala with a 66 to open his 3M Open, and he spoke to the media.
Yeah, I think, again, I'm not afraid to say I don't think the golf course really suits my game. And up until this year, really struggled off the tee most of my life, and the last couple of years included. And so off the tee is so important out here. So I was really excited to come back because it's been the biggest improvement in my game. Really drove it awesome all year, and I was just excited to play from the short grass here because I had in a lot of lakes and rough the last couple of years. So yeah, it's kind of like a revenge week for me. I just want to come back and see what I can do on the golf course that's beat me up pretty bad the last 3 years.
What's it, you talked about revenge week? What's it like just trying to get revenge on a course?
It's funny, I'm not even this is probably the only week where I genuinely feel like I'm not even worried about the score. I just want to beat the golf course. I'm not even looking at other guys on the board, don't really care what they shoot. I just want to feel like I've tackled this course, and it's a stressful golf course, and it's a good start today, but it's playing soft and gettable. I think a bunch of guys are going to shoot good rounds, and hopefully the wind firms it up, but I know there's going to be a lot more stressful shots, and I'm just going to try and get through it all. But it's fun. It's a different challenge, and I know some guys would shy away, but I have no problem taking it on. If I fail, so be it. But I really don't want to let the course get the best of me again.
And back with Mark Rolfing, some impressions from you on day one.
Well, listening to those players, it's really pretty interesting. You can see, Whit, why this is such a fascinating course for the fans and the spectators. It's a golf course of contrasts, in that visually it is very intimidating. There is water everywhere, and particularly off the tee. You heard Theegala talking about that he's had it, in his mind that he's not going to play well. It doesn't suit his game, and he's just going out trying to beat the course. Mackenzie Hughes said, he felt like he was tight when he started because of that visual intimidation. But the reality is, if you can get the ball in play here, the scoring is there for you. There's 11 par fours on the golf course that do not play that hard. They really don't. So figure out whatever you can do to get the ball in play. The only defense out here at the TPC Twin Cities really is the wind, and we didn't see it today. They were talking about maybe it was going to pick up in the afternoon. It really did not do that. The golf course still played a little bit tougher in the afternoon than it did in the morning. That's because the greens firmed up a little bit. But I like the golf course a lot. And it's a golf course where you're going to see a tremendous spread, I think, in the scores, because momentum is really important here. And there's momentum that can go two different ways. It can be good momentum, it can be bad momentum. So you're going to see some good low scoring, and you're going to see some high scores too.
Lee Hodges, the defending champion, that was his first win on the PGA Tour. Is there something about this venue that lends itself maybe to a first-time winner?
I think it does. I mean, first of all, obviously most of the top players are not in the field, so it's a tremendous opportunity. But also, like I said, if you can figure out how to get the ball in play, it really does favor the good putters. Mackenzie Hughes is a perfect example of that. Just somehow, Mackenzie, get the ball somewhere in Minnesota where he can find it and hit it again, and he's going to make the putt. So, yeah, it's a great opportunity for a lot of guys.
Once again, second round coverage coming up on Friday. The 3M Open is one of 2 regular season events remaining before the FedEx Cup playoffs begin.